This kind of compound shape is commonly referred to as a T shape, sort of this one's on its side, but it looks a little bit like a T, right? So we're going to find the area of this compound shape and using the method that I like to call divide and conquer. That's not an official label, but it does help to remember it. So dividing the compound shape into the smaller shapes that make it up. So in this particular case, for example, you can probably clearly see this already anyway. There's a rectangle, right? And you've got another rectangle right here. So we're going to divide the original shape into those smaller rectangles, find the area, add them up, and that will give us the area of the whole compound shape. So let's do the dividing. Let's do a red rectangle here for this part, and that will be labeled as rectangle number 1, and let's find the area of rectangle number 1. So area equals length times width. Area equals what information have we been given? We've given the length, which is 9, times, oh, we're lucky, we've been given the width, which is 3. So area of rectangle number 1 is 9 times 3, which is 27 centimeters, and its area, so it better be squared. So that's part 1 of our calculations. We need to do part 2, which is to find the area of the second rectangle, which is here. So what is the area of that rectangle? Again, look, let's just call that, give it a number so it's clear, rectangle number 2. And again, we use the same formula, area equals length times width. And let's just see what information we've got. Length, we're given as 3, and we are given the width, that's lucky, so that's 2. So the area of the smaller green rectangle there is 6 centimeters squared, because 3 times 2 equals 6. So, look, all we need to do now is add 27 plus 6, that equals 33. So it's 13, that's 3. So the area equals 33 centimeters, its area, squared. And that is the area of the entire compound shape. So that's using method number 1, which I call divide and conquer. The other way to do this, and it's a little bit more of a hassle because there's more steps in a way for this kind of a shape, is method 2, take a bite out of the whole. So the whole is where we imagine that the compound shape is not a compound shape at all, it's a full rectangle. So I pretend that it's a full rectangle like this, okay, and I find the area of basically this entire rectangle. So all of this. So that's the whole. I find the area of the whole. So let's actually do that. The area of the whole, I'll use my formula, area equals length times width. Do we have any information? We're given the length, which is 9, and the width, we have to do a little bit of work. I know that from here to here is 2, so this must be 2 here, and I'm given the 3 here, so I know that the whole thing from here to here is 5. So that's a 5. So 9 times 5 gives me an area of 45 centimeters squared, and that's for the whole rectangle. However, to take a bite, I need to take 2 bites, because you'll recall that this little area here is not part of the original T shape, and this little area here is also not part of the original T shape. So they need to be cut out. They need to be, those are the 2 bites that need to come out of the original whole. Okay, and that will leave us with that green T. So here we go. Let's go with this one here. Let's call this rectangle A, rectangle number 1. Area equals length times width. Area equals, we've got a length here of 3 and a width. We know from our earlier working that that is 2, and this is also given as 2, so that's a 2. So this must be 2, that must be 2, that's 2. Area equals 6 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's rectangle number 1. What about rectangle number 2? Rectangle number 2 is area equals length times width. The length is from here to here. Now we don't know what it is from there to there. However, we do know that from here to here is 3. We also know that the base of the T, so from here to here is 3, which means that this has to be 3. So we do know that this is 3 centimeters here, so it is 3, and the width we said was 2. And so the area of the second rectangle, in this case, is exactly the same as the first one, 6 centimeters squared. Let's add 6 and 6 together to make 12 centimeters squared. So this is the bite. This is the bite. And this comes out of the hole. So we minus it from the hole, and we end up with 3, 3, so it's 33 centimeters squared. So let's make that look all fine and neat. Area equals 33 centimeters squared, and that is the final solution for this compound shape.